Yo, yo, yo! It is I, Captain Proton, with special guests, you guys, for the Captain Proton Movie Show! Jessica Yaniv, formerly known as Jonathan, she hasn't transitioned properly, I don't think, because she was accused of pedophilia. Now, Jessica Yaniv is the transgender person who said a load of inappropriate stuff to girls underage mind, and you know how much I really dislike pedophiles. Yeah, so, yeah, and so, there's something that's not quite right about them. Oh yeah, it's the kiddie raping. Yeah. And have I told you how much I absolutely love gamer girls like Belle Delphine? And, you know, SS Sniper Wolf. And let's see now. Jessica Yaniv. Skeletons in Jessica Yaniv's closet. Let's just see this video.
Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about a predator that's kind of been put on blast online, not Onision. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll have seen that, I think it's a couple days ago at this point, there's this person called Jessica Yaniv or Yaniv. I would be more concerned about their name, but you know, when you're a pedophile, I don't really care. Anyway, this individual was trying to have a pool party for youths from the age of 12 to 24.
Oh, you don't say!
Parents or chaperones shouldn't stay, and that some of these youths could go topless.
Oh, that is so
would think that
bad.
20 different red flags. Why can't the chaperones stay?
Red
Why can't the
flags?
parents stay? Why are you encouraging toplessness? Just why altogether does this exist?
Canada.
It turns out that there are things that are even more concerning than this, because it's clear that this individual does not have other people's best interest at heart, and on the contrary, is doing it for selfish reasons. So let's look into
doesn't
a
have
more about
scruples.
who exactly this person is and why they're dangerous. One thing I have to say is that Jessica identifies as trans. Some people are questioning whether they're actually trans simply because their behavior, you'll see later, seems a little bit strange. One of the big problems that comes up here is that whether Jessica is a trans person or not, they're posing as one. In the public, they are one, okay? So when there are people who are homophobic or generally anti-LGBT, they can use Jessica as their prime example as to why the LGBT community is bad and why, you know, gay people shouldn't have rights or whatever. You know how the media loves to run with one bad apple and say this is the entire group.
Yeah, and it's not.
Apart from, of course, the predatory nature towards young children. I just want to make a quick note. The article that I'm using comes from a publication that leans towards the right, as far as I understand, but based on a fact checker, they are highly factual. I just think it's important to note that because I hadn't heard of this publication before, so I didn't know about the bias. So I don't know how the publication generally feels about transgender people, but just figured I'd let you know. The young woman has come forward with serious allegations of abuse against Jonathan, quote-unquote, Jessica Yaniv. So Jonathan is their prior name. I don't know if it's their dead name because I don't know if they're trans or not. I'm honestly confused. I'm just going to call them Yaniv and just avoid that problem. Yaniv rose to infamy because they wanted a waxing service, but they still have male genitals, and a lot of estheticians said no, and so Yaniv was flabbergasted by this crazy thing that is not really all that surprising.
If you've still got male genitals, you're still Jonathan. No?
For a more ridiculous type reason. And then this darker reason came out. So the victim in question is called Jessica Rumpel, and she's now 20, but at the time this happened, she was 14/15. She was interacting with Yaniv. So Jessica said, at first I thought, you know, this guy seems to have some kind of mental issues of some sort. She says, I didn't think he was a predator at first. Yaniv made contact with Rumpel through social media via the website Ask.fm, where people, including those who are anonymous, can ask questions of users and receive answers in short form. Rumpel states that Yaniv sent her a series of disturbing questions while anonymous before adding her to the private messenger application Kik. Kik is known to law enforcement for its notoriously poor protection of children and routine usage by pedophiles to message each other and their victims. According to Rumpel, Yaniv allegedly presented himself as a young male in his quote-unquote late 20s and claims that he used pictures of himself when he was younger in their initial conversation. Rumpel states that it was sympathy that caused her to continue contact with Yaniv initially. He liked to make himself be the victim. He actually told me he had folliculitis and depression. Pitying who she thought was an emotionally pained young man, Rumpel maintained some regular contact with Yaniv. I always wanted to be there for anyone who was suffering, anyone who needed someone to listen to them. Just the information we have here. It gets grimmer, but just the information we have here screams predator, if not grooming. Because any adult who is interacting with a child and is trying to appeal to their sense of pity to get them to keep talking, to get them to keep interacting, to get them to remain interested, that in and of itself is a red flag. That screams run the fuck away, because no well-adjusted adult goes to children for any kind of attention or validation like that. That's not okay.
No, that
normal.
isn't.
Aside from
No.
being predatory and disgusting, it's also toxic because this child is being put in a position of almost responsibility of having to respond to this person who's saying that they're depressed, saying that they have folliculitis, and this position of a victim of sorts. Just like any other 15-year-old girl, she enjoyed having another friend to talk to, but the conversations often took an uncomfortable turn. Yaniv always told me he uses pads and wants to go into the ladies' bathroom. Yaniv asked me about how to go into the ladies' bathroom without being caught, and then how to be in the bathroom if there's a lot of women or girls. Rumpel recalled Yaniv even asked me what stall to go in. So here there's a conversation between the two that says, like, where will I change and where will she change? Or will we change in front of each other? Just ask if you can use her bathroom quickly, or tell her you're gonna go in the bathroom. Can I change in front of her? LOL. If you want. Lol, would that be okay if I did? Yeah, but might make her uncomfortable. Ask her if it's okay if you can change in the room. Or should I wait to see what she does first? Sure. What do I do about my pads and stuff? Like, I haven't told her. Yeah, then just fucking change in the damn bathroom in the fucking hotel goddamn room. I love the frustration at the end of that. According to her, she did not identify as transgender at any point during their interactions. She believed Yaniv simply had a fetish for bathrooms, pads, and girls' clothing, as Yaniv would also begin sending Rumpel worrying messages, including photos of himself in girls' jeans, asking for comments and compliments from the then 15-year-old. So Yaniv asks how the jeans look, and Rumpel says they look good. Then Yaniv says, is it weird that I'm wearing girl jeans? And Rumpel says no. So that was a tiny bit of the conversation. Yaniv's attentions turned overtly sexual. Yaniv says, I'm so, oh my god, question mark. You know, hungry? It rhymes with that. Torny? Why are you always so beautiful, LOL? Did you ask me if I had big tits and big ass on Anonymous? No. Oh, okay. The first thing, yes. The second thing, no. LOL. Yaniv called me Titty Queen. Even asked me to marry him as I was only 15. He said he couldn't wait until I turned 16. The need to send a picture to a child, asking them how you look in jeans, showing your ass essentially in those jeans, and it's just disgusting, honestly. And I don't know if this is just me. It could completely be just like my own paranoia. But part of those messages, the way Yaniv is writing seems very childish. I don't know if they chose to do that on purpose, but it doesn't seem like it's a 27-year-old typing that. That was how old they were at the time, 27. That did not seem like a 27-year-old typing to me. I don't know if they did that to appeal to the 15-year-old more, but it really creeps me out. So Yaniv had said that he couldn't wait until Rumpel turned 16, right? So then Rumpel says, damn it, and that is why you don't put the year you were born in. I can't wait till you turn 16. Haha. Why? I already look 16 years old, babes. I'm turning 15 soon. Lol, but you're not 16 and that means I can't do anything with you as much as you want that. XD. Am I right? Nah. As has been revealed from previously exposed conversations, Yaniv often directed his comments towards menstrual stuffs, even going so far as to pester Rumpel to take photos of her used feminine hygiene products. The mind-boggling thing about this story is that there's so many things wrong with Yaniv that I don't really know what to do with it. There's being a pedophile, there's this need for validation, there's this weird childish nature, and now there's the obsession with pads and tampons. Because as much as like pads and tampons are used by grown women, you know, it's also a big part of a woman's life when they get their first period and all that other shit. So
of course it is.
Get the fuck off on that, which honestly, disgusting. It just bothers me because
it is.
Give fuel to homophobes and anti-LGBT people being like, look at what the LGBT community is like, and this is not what it's like.
No, it's not.
And I'm pretty sure anyone in the LGBT community, myself included, would say, no, this person is excommunicated. You can shoot them off to another planet as far as I'm concerned. Let the aliens deal with this one. Back to the conversation, it says,
myself included, because I'm bi.
No. Please, no. Then I can tell you if you
so I'm the big.
You weird fuck. LOL, please. I'd have to take a picture of my vagina to do that. No LOL, just the tampon.
Can you say depraved?
Yaniv would send Rumple disturbing voice messages in his own voice, saying things such as Elmo wants to fuck and Elmo loves pussy. In the final clip, Yaniv is heard saying, I love you, just Rumple, your boobies go up and down, up and down, up and down. Here, we have the voice memos where you actually hear the Elmo
Rubies.
does, and it's creepy as shit, so just prepare yourself. I'm just gonna...
I love that. Oh, boobies.
Rumple explains that Yaniv had an Elmo character profile on Ask.fm and used it to send her questions. At first, she thought it was quote-unquote adorable, but when it became sexual, like with all of Yaniv's other behaviors, she felt uncomfortable and violated. She began responding less and less to Yaniv and sending him defensive messages in an attempt to force him to go away. Rumple claims that what was left of her sympathy finally wore off when other girls approached her and claimed Yaniv had treated them in a similar or worse fashion. The girls saw Yaniv's comments to Rumple on her Ask.fm and tried to warn her. Yaniv told these girls he was 17, Rumple says. I used to call Yaniv out on my Ask.fm, and these other girls messaged me and said Yaniv was a liar and broke their hearts. So here there is a post and it says, don't listen to Jonathan, he lied to me, and he used me, and made me believe disgusting things. Don't do it, look at my Ask feed. It's obvious he's a fucking fake. Disease he has isn't even serious, it's a minor thing. Don't worry though, he's just a fucking attention seeker. I used to be friends with him and I'm ashamed to tell people that I used to be his friend. He's obviously also probably faking his depression, which makes me mad at him even more. Don't let that fake ass be a waste of your tears, gorgeous, you're not the only one. Rumple looked at who was following her on Twitter. She saw this person named Jessica Yaniv and she was like, who the fuck is that? But then via Yaniv, she realized who it was. And then Yaniv themselves said they have no idea who Rumple is, and that there have been a lot of fake accounts of them out there, and a lot of people put out disparaging content, so I have no idea who this person is at all. However, the Post Millennial, which is the website I'm reading this from, was able to verify that the messages Rumple received did indeed come from Yaniv's verified Trusted Nerd Facebook account. So it's confirmed that they were coming from actually Yaniv themselves. There's a lot to be discussed in this story, and I think that these small bits that we covered are already enough to underline the predatory nature of this person. But I think what concerns me the most is that these days, I don't want to become too political. Okay. These days, people use their identity as a way to get out of disgusting behavior. And Yaniv is a prime example. The fact that they call themselves transgender, whether they are or not, doesn't even matter in this case, but the fact that they've labeled themselves as transgender puts a veil of protection on them because people are scared of calling out other people because then they'll be called transphobes if you say that someone's a predator. The thing is, whatever someone labels themselves as, I don't give a shit if you're whatever you are in the LGBT community. I don't care. That's not part of this equation. This equation is simply about being creepy towards children, being predatory, and being a fucking pedophile. That's what we have problems with, not the transgender thing. That's not a factor here. But because they have this label transgender, I think people are scared that they're going to be called God knows what, when the reality is, if you're a predator, you're a predator. Your skin color, your religion, whatever you identify as is irrelevant when you are a grown-ass human talking to little humans and trying to get them to do disgusting things for you. Okay? Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know in the comments down below. Thank you to my patrons as always, and let's get right into the fan art.
I'm gonna you guys like the fan art? Okay. Okay. That's that's it. So it is for now. I'm going to go Proton out. Bye. Out.